I will just give the brief introduction of Sitaile sir. He is an associate professor in economics, engineering department of Sardar Patel Institute of Technology. He is a chief finance officer and head of academic relations, Sardar Patel Technology Business Incubator, in charge of innovation and entrepreneurship development center, supported by Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He is also in charge of IPR cell of Sardar Patel Institute of Technology. His area of research is digital signal and image processing, computer vision, machine learning, and multimedia system design. He has published 60 and plus research papers at various national and international referred conferences and journals. He has filed and published 15 patents at Indian Patent Office. He is a student activist chair and ExCom member of IEEE Bombay section and NEH certified mentor of setting up startup ventures. He has received incentives in the year 2008-2009 for excellent performance in academics and research from management of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan SPIT. I would please take charge of this session and the sir would his speech on the anatomy of patents. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We'll start with anatomy of patent. So the focus is only on the patent and everything about the patent, what is the patent document is. So when we talk about the patent, two things comes in our mind. First, as a form of intellectual property, and second, as a type of document. So since yesterday, we have been discussing about IPR, that means intellectual property. So what is patent? Why patents are required? What is the advantage of filing patent? That everything has been already covered. And it was a great learning for me also. Every time I listen to the expert, the speaker, I get something added to it. Now, today I'm going to talk about a type of document. So to start with, I just want to highlight that when you see any patent document, the discussion is with reference to the Indian patent, but some examples I'll be showing you of international patent as well. So when we say patent form, we have so many forms. Form number 1 for application for grant of patent. Form number 2 for complete specification, entire detailed technical innovation to be mentioned. Form number 3, statement and undertaking. Form number 5, declaration of inventorship. Form number 9, request for early publication. And form number 18, request for examination. So our focus for this session is form number 2, that is complete specification. So when we talk about the patent document, patent specification, it is called specification. We say that it contains the information related to the invention in the form of title, field of invention, background of invention, objects of invention, drawing, block diagram of system, flowchart of method, description of drawing, description of invention, summary of invention, abstract, and the most important part, the claims. So I'll just give the brief about this, all these 10 points which are covered in this form number 2, and then give some sample example of the patent which are already published. Title, as the name indicates, the subject matter to which the invention relates to. Definitely, it should be concise statement providing the crux of this invention. There is no rule as such. What should be the title, what title we should write. But title should be meaningful and it should convey the appropriate message. Some examples I mentioned here. Many people write system and method for their invention. System stands for hardware part and method for methodology, algorithm, mathematical procedure, or the procedure that is involved into the invention. In short, software point of view, algorithmic point of view. So when it is a combination of hardware and software, it can be written like system and method for real-time eye disease detection. One sample example. This is eye disease detection patent. Managing information about relationship in a social network via a social timeline. This is the website, patent website. Combination of cellular phone having electroshocking device and remote alert system is the title given to mobile stun gun product. This has been already published. Cursor control device for use with display device. Cursor control device for use with display device. This is for mouse. Mouse is the pointer device and computer. So these are the example of titles which I taken just for reference. Field of invention. Normally, the field of invention are nothing. Basically, these are keywords. So suppose if you want to search the patent, so you definitely type keywords on Google. When you type the keywords, you get a related invention. So the keywords, and this is also helpful for the examiner to go through the keyword to understand the domain of the invention. So whenever we write field of invention here, I suggest that you should write first the keywords and make a sentence using those keywords. It should be written in a paragraph using the sentences in the form of sentences. So keywords should be written in the form of sentences. It should basically highlight the domain specific, more details than the title, little more details about the title. It provides utility. Sometimes it is used as a tool for search in the absence of abstract. So without referring the abstract, we should be able to make out what are the field of domain in this particular invention. Example is, this invention relates to a cellular phone-based system with electroshocking component and remote alert system message capability. So this is related to mobile stun gun patent. This invention relates to a cellular phone, mobile phone, mobile-based system with electroshocking component. So there's electroshocking inbuilt facility and remote alert message in case of emergency, remote alert message capability. So there are so many keywords which are clubbed together and the sentences form that gives the field of invention. Another example, the present invention relates to the field of display system, and more particularly to a device which can position a cursor. What is the device that position a cursor on display device? Over a selected location, a particular location. I'm using this device. So I want to go to this location on display device. I want to go to this location, selected location, particular device which can position a cursor. The cursor is moving. So it's a mouse. When this mouse patent was filed, first patent in 1980, this was written there. Background of invention. Normally, whenever we talk about the invention, it is always undisclosed information. It should not be disclosed in any public domain. We talk about the background of invention here. That means anything which is related to that invention, but it is available in the market, which is available on the social media, it is available on the public domain, it is available in the published patent, or it is available in the published paper. Whenever this information is available, what is the current state of the invention as on today, that has to be given here. This should not be in complete state by, this should not be patent wise, or this should not be paper wise, but should be in general the technical background of the invention. So normally we suggest that there should be two parts. First part is technical background of the invention, entire technical details. What is the current state of invention in the particular field? This has to be the invention of our interest. And then second part should include what are the drawback, limitation, constraint of the existing system, which gives us motivation to modify it, to present in a better format, to add extra features, to provide a new invention, to do the better research. So this is the motivation to go for developing new invention. So we always, because this is always descriptive form, the example is not mentioned here. Object of invention. Object of invention means purpose. Whenever we read the patent, see the whole idea of anatomy patent is to understand somebody's published patent, as well as if you're writing your own patent, then it is better to have this information ready with you. In addition to that, your invention should be subject matter, your invention should be obvious, non-obvious, sorry, it should not be obvious, it should not be disclosed, it should be unique. All these things are as it is. But in addition to that, whenever you go to the patent attorney, you need to have the answer of this question. So when we talk about the patent, we should know the purpose of this invention. This object of invention provides the purpose, essential aspect and preferred optional option. So this detail I not mentioned. This is optional, even if it is not there, patent is granted. Drawing. Drawing has to be very specifically drawn because drawing consists of block diagram of your entire system. It can also contain some utility point of view. It can be, you know that in India, software patent cannot be published, cannot be filed. But your software cannot work without hardware. So when we say a system, which includes the hardware as well as software part. The hardware part, the design part, we show by block diagram. We call it system block diagram. And when I say algorithm, algorithm means program. The program software approach, some logic. We convert this in the form of algorithm. And that algorithm we provide in the form of flowchart. So that algorithm is called method. And the hardware is called system and method. So diagram for system separately, diagram for method separately. So whenever you see the patent document, you'll always find the diagram for system, diagram for method, sometimes utility diagram, separately. How to draw this diagram? So I'll show you a couple of sample examples. How the naming is done, we'll describe in detail about it. Then description of drawing. Description of drawing. So let's say there are two diagrams. So we'll consider these two diagrams separately. We'll call it figure 1, figure 2. Figure 1 is the schematic diagram depicting the user interacting with the system. It's a diagram related to the system. And figure 2 is the flow diagram for the process involved into it. Methodology flow diagram. How the flow actually happens, step-by-step flow. So normally, if you see the patent document, you'll find this type of statement. Figure 1 is the schematic diagram of a system. Some information followed up to that. It's a schematic diagram of a system. Figure 2 is the schematic diagram of a process, method. I have taken one example of patent, mobile stun gun. In a mobile stun gun patent, it is written that figure 1 represents the protective casing of the cellular phone. Definitely, the casing has to be redesigned because we'll be using the existing mobile and some add-on feature is added. So casing has to be designed so that mobile and electroshocking component can be clubbed together and can be presented for use. Figure 2 represent the first stage of electroshocking component. So this is the hardware diagram. It's a diagram related to the system. Figure 3 represent the working flow diagram of the application. Working flow diagram is methodology flow. So like that, you can easily make out when you go to the document. Description of invention. Description of invention. Now, this is very important. Now, you need to write the complete description comprehensively about your invention. What is your invention is all about? Working diagram. It can be written point by point. It can be written component by component of your block diagram. There are so many components in a block diagram. This can be right entire working of your system in general. So this definitely helps for the user to go through it and understand the patent technology. It also helps patent examiner, to understand the patent invention. It should fully explain the problem to be solved with example. If it is with example, no issues. Even if it is not without example, no problem. But a complete description, which includes the working of your entire model, how the process takes place. Without any ambiguity, clear description should be adequate and sufficient. In the sense, without going for the further part, one should be able to understand the content. One should be able to understand the invention. One should be able to understand the working. It should be sufficient to understand the invention. No need to go the next part to understand it better. Objective of the description is that it should reflect the novelty of the invention. It should also reflect the inventive step of the invention, that is non-obvious part. It should also reflect the applicability of the invention, and it should be sufficient to justify that it is patentable under patent subject law, patentable subject matter. So that care has to be taken when you draft the patent. Obviously, the patent drafting is not that simple. So in short time, we cannot discuss how to draft the patent, but if the patent is already available, but how to understand the content of the patent is also equally important. You'll find the point number 8, that is summary of invention. You should be able to summarize it. Normally, the summary is the proper descriptive format of the claims. We can write the claim first, and then we can write the summary afterwards. So claim means your invention. Claim is your invention. So that invention, you can summarize it. Description of invention may include some additional information which is required and which is already available in the patent or disclosed form. That means sometimes whenever you have one additional feature of invention, but your entire system is already existing, you develop the new application based on mobile, but your mobile system is already existing. So in that case, description may include some part of disclosed invention, but summary should include the summary of your invention. Claim should include only your invention. What is claimed by you? What is claimed by invention? So if you read any patent, the claim will tell you the invention of that inventor. What is claimed as their original? Abstract is the, okay, first we'll go to the summary of invention. The statement form the main claim or claims in verbal agreement. So basically the statement form with the help of main claim or the claims in verbal agreement. So it is a simple description of your claim, description of the claim. You can also write down your, see, patent drafting is an art. It's a combination of an art, technology, and law, legal language, legal way of writing. So it is an art to make a document. So many people, they try it on their own. When they try it on your own, it's not that you cannot do anything. If A can do, B can also do it. But the outcome of the patent drafted will not be happy with your result. But when you try it, you at least know about your patent, you know about your invention, you know about others' invention in detail. And then you can go to the patent attorney to write it in a proper format. So we'll discuss that in detail little later. Abstract, normally people are aware, it is used to provide a helpful indication of what the patent is all about. Description of invention is entire working methodology. Abstract, no working concept. What is that invention is all about? What is that invention is providing? What is that solving the problem? So it helps people to find relevant patents when they are researching the new idea. So if somebody wants to go to the patent search, and if they come across this patent, then looking at this field of invention and abstract, they can easily make out whether that particular patent is relevant to their patent or not. Otherwise, they no need to read the entire 30 to 40 pages document. Obviously, it has to be relevant to the patent and it should be accurate. It should give the clear indication of the patent. It should be one paragraph form. It can't include facts that are not in the rest of the document. So obviously, it should not include general information. It should not include the information which is not part of the document. It should be related to the patent. It should be included in the document. Normally, it is written at the end when entire document is complete, so that it can be accurately summarize the patent, so that every aspect of the patent will be considered. So a layman, after going through this abstract, can easily make out whether that patent is appropriate or related to the invention or not. The last part is claim. When you say claim, it is very important. It defines the monopoly of the conferred by the patent. It defines mids and bounds of the invention. It basically defines the boundary of your invention. It includes everything, your invention, and it also includes the possible invention that you feel that can happen in the future, but it has to be implementable. So claims are very important. They consist of two types of claim. One is independent claim and second is a dependent claim. So main independent claim relate to your product based on your methodology. Methodology means the process, and third is the utility based, that is use point of view. It can be a combination of one or two. It is a subject of invention. And dependent claim, basically it specifies the technical features. Independent claim basically describe the component of your system, component of your invention, and the usage of that invention. So it defines the product, it defines the method, it defines the use of that. Dependent claim basically specify the technical features mentioned in the main claim or other subsequent claims. So dependent claim is dependent on the main claim. Dependent claim is dependent on dependent claim also, but it is always in a sequence. So normally main independent claim format is starts with the title here, title of your invention. This is the function comprising the list of the part or elements of your claim, and then how these are connected to each other. That is called means by which they are connected, the means by which they are interface. We'll take one example. I just want to take this sample example. A sandwich comprising 2 pieces of bread and peanut butter and a jelly. So sandwich consists of 1, 2, 3 elements, wherein the peanut butter is spread on one piece of bread and the jelly is spread on the other piece of bread. Then this is the means they were connected. These are the elements. This is the title of your invention. This is the function comprising. So like that, we can define the claim for this. We can write a independent claim like there are components 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are different components. This part I'll just skip because I've got so many other examples. I'll be taking the fishing rod. Fishing rod, the system claim. Definitely there is no methodology here. Definitely there is no algorithm here. This is the hardware system. So this is the system for catching fish comprising 1, 2, 3. So look at here this fishing rod. Here this is a rod. This is a string. This is a bait which is attached to this string. This is the handle. A system for catching fish comprising of a rod, semicolon, a string, this is the string, having its first end coupled to one end of the rod, this is the rod, having its first end and second end. First end coupled to one of end of the rod, wherein the other end of the rod is capable of being held by the person. Wherein the other end of the rod is capable of being held by a person. So person has to hold it and it is attached to the rod. A bait is the bait. Fixing component coupled to the other end of the string. This is a string and it is attached to it. This is the language. Need not be exactly same, but can be framed the way depends on attorney to attorney, depends on style of writing. But one thing is for sure that it consists of title, function declaration, the elements, and the means by which they are connected to each other. This is very general view of writing. Anyone who has understood this can write it like this. If you go to the patent attorney, they can add some additional information to it. They can make this patent claim more broaden sense. They can extend the scope. A system capable of providing a food material. Obviously, the purpose is to provide a food material to an aquatic animal. To someone. Who is that someone? Aquatic animal. The system comprising a first element capable of being held by a body. It need not be a person. We can attach it to the wall. We can attach it to any stationary body and we can use it. You must have seen that many fishermen, they just attach it to the boat and they forget about it. They don't hold it for a long time. So need not be person holding it. It can be anybody can attach it. But this is the fixed part. This is not a moving. This is not a mobile part. This is not a moving part. It's a stationary part. So it's very clearly written. A system capable of providing a food. What is the purpose of this? To provide the food. Basically, we hold it to provide the food material to an aquatic animal. The system comprising a first element capable of being held by a body, at least an elongated article. At least there has to be an elongated article coupled to said first element, coupled to the first element, wherein a food article is capable of being fixed food article is capable of being fixed to, here it is said at least an elongated article. So I just want to take a pause here and I just want to highlight that whenever it's an element, whenever it appearing for the first time, we write a or an. Whenever this element appears second time, we write the, the or said. So this could have written the elongated article, but it's written said and at least an elongated article. It's written here a food material. Whenever it appears second time, it is written said food material, or it could have been written thus food article. A fixing component. Fixing component has appeared first time. So wherein a food article is capable of being fixed to said at least an elongated article using a fixing component. I'm reading this in detail because just to tell you that when you read the patent claim, it becomes very legal language. But if you take a pause and if you try to divide this into parts, you understand the technical part of it. So how to divide it? Title. How to divide it? Function call. How to divide it? Elements. How to divide it? How they are connected. So make your mind to accept this part by part. And then read it again. Read it third time, you'll understand it. So this is the independent claim. It consists of elements and the means for which they are connected. Now what is the second claim? Dependent. This is the dependent claim. A system capable of providing food material to an aquatic animal as claiming one. As claiming one. So this claim is depending on claim one. Now this is the additional information related to claim one. Here we always write component, element, and the means for connection. The important feature we write in dependent claim, wherein said body is selected from a rest of the person, an animal other than a person, a floating object, and non-floating object. Said body is selected from a set of person. So the body of your system is selected from a set of person, an animal. It is connected to a body is clearly mentioned here, held by a body, this body. The first element capable of being held by a body. What do you mean by body? So body could be selected from a set of a person, any person, an animal other than a person, possible, a floating object, boat, and non-floating object also, fixed person object. So it is clearly defined the additional information, extended information of claim one. So normally when we say system claim, the format is something like this. A system for the title comprising, actually it should be semicolon, either a or an. Here it is the element. We can write additional information here. For example, particular block capable of doing this application. For example, speaker capable of giving the output, capable of doing something like that, and wherein how they are connected to each other. So here we add additional information for means of connection to different parts of the element. So normally system claim is like this. So this format is a grammar. When you read any patent, try to extract the information part by part. If it's a method, then normally the method for the title, the method comprising the steps. The method always is defined step by step. So the method comprising the steps of, normally it returns something for by word ing, catching, providing, reading, writing, like that. And then the function, the whatever it is about to do. This is again the steps, connected steps. So I'll take one example. The dependent claim format. A system as claim in one. This is the additional information will follow. A method as claim in one. The additional information will follow. So normally this is the standard format. Many times whenever you come across this handheld electronic device, actually they want to describe mobile phone. Portable communication device, actually it is a mobile phone. So the concept which is broadened, instead of giving the name of the device, the functionality of the device, the technology of the device is mentioned. Handheld electronic device, portable communication device, electronic device, apparatus capable of receiving or sending signal. The patent, whenever we read patent, and especially the claim of the patent, many people feel sleepy and they think that this is not the cup of their tea. This is not for them. This is something which is different. And that's why the rate of filing patent in India is very, very less. I always taking the session, conducting the workshop, and telling the people to understand the patent. To understand the pattern, we should know their language. So we have to put on the shoes of a pattern attorney and understand what the pattern attorney is converting the technical legalities into legal document. So these are the words which are used to broaden the concept. In your mind, whenever you come across data storage device, what should come here is pen drive. A portable apparatus capable of externally coupling to a computing device through a device for transfer and storage of data is a pen drive. So this is extending the concept in a broader sense. Website. Everybody use this word, very nice word, website. But if you see the pattern, you'll find that interactive network enable interface. So many times new patents are coming up based on website. So they will use this type of terminology. The virtual graphical interface capable of displaying information to user comprising clickable pointers, the access of which allows opening of a new interface. This is very interesting. If you keep this in mind, reading claim is enjoying experience. You'll enjoy it. So here's one example of patent claim. Handheld writing instrument. This is the title. Handheld writing instrument. A handheld writing instrument comprising, this will follow elements. An elongated core element. It should be an elongated core element that will leave a marking line if moved across paper or other similar surface. It need not be paper. It can be other similar surface. Elongated core element will leave a marking line, something which is elongated, and which will put a marking line on the paper or similar surface. An elongated holder, it has elongated holder also, surrounding and encasing said elongated core element, one portion of said holder being removable. Okay, this is the claim of pencil. This is a claim of pencil. Try to divide this into small parts. Find out the title, find out the functions, find out the elements, find out the means they are connected. This is independent claim. And then you'll understand. Now I'm going to show you few sample examples, and then we'll discuss how it is written. So I'm going to cover, this is a mouse, optical mouse, and this is mobile stun gun. These are prongs, and it's a chassis. So I'll be showing you this. First, I'll see mouse. I'll show you the mouse. The claim for mouse. First, this is a US patent. Date of patent is 1984. Cursor control device for use with display system. Cursor control device for use with display system. The use is for display system. So the abstract is written in short, one paragraph abstract. A cursor control device having particular application to a computer display system is disclosed. That's all. We'll not go in detail because there's not many things to see. If you see the diagram, the complete diagram is shown with some numbers. So numbering is given so that in a description, we can always mention this number. I recommend that whenever it's a figure number 1, start with 101, 102, 103. In Indian pattern, nowadays, many people are there following this pattern. Whenever it is figure number 2, start with 201, 202, and so on. Now, I'll be showing the claim directly. You'll not be able to see this clearly. There are so many diagrams. This is the method flow chart, how the function, how it is executing. How the flow diagram, flow is happening, how the functions are executed one after the other, what is actually happening. Display menu bar, user selects pull down menu option, user actuates cursor control switch. What are the step-by-step procedure that takes place, a step-by-step procedure that actually happens whenever we use that instrument. So that is method flow graph. Every component is given unique number so that that number can be used for description. So just show you something. Field of invention. I don't think that we'll be able to read it. The present invention relates to the field of display system, and more particularly to device which can position a cursor over selected location on a computer controlled display. Very, very. So few keywords are written, and using those keywords, it shows the description in short. Brief description of the drawing. There are so many figures here. It's written that figure 1 is the perspective view of the present invention. Figure 2 is the perspective view of the present invention illustrating the cursor control device. Figure 3 is the perspective view of the unitary. Figure 7 is the perspective of the unitary frames and like that. Figure 13 is a diagrammatical illustration of sample quadrature output of the present invention. This is, we can make out what this figure basically stands for. And it's a detailed description of the invention, detailed description. What is written in figure 1? What is there in figure 3, 4, 5? What is there in every figure? Can you see this number? Your number is written. So this number relates to the component of that particular diagram. This component relate to the component. So first we should not, when you read this component, when you read this pattern, don't bother about this component. Just go on reading, you'll understand its description. Then you have to read second time. You go to the diagram, try to find out the correlation between diagram and description, you'll understand it in more detail. Now we'll go to the claim. As I said, anytime it is written starting with what is claim is. If you see Indian pattern, many times it is written we claim or I claim. Some people write what is claim is. First claim, definitely independent claim. A device for providing signal indicative of XY locations on a display system. This is the system claim. Comprising, semicolon, a housing including a base having an opening for the passage of a rotatable ball. This is very first patent, very old patent. That time there was a rotatable ball. A unitary frame disposed on said base, including, so this is another component, including some related information. Said dome portion having first and second cut. These are element. This is the means. Now means I told you in the beginning, means procedure for connecting. Means for removing said ball from said dome. Very, very detailed and technical language. So this is a complete description of the components, the way they are connected, detailed description, completely minute, closer description. And now the important feature will start. The device as defined by claim 1, as claim in 1, as defined by claim 1, as written in claim 1. This is the way the people write. The device as claim in 1, wherein said biasing means comprises a wheel carried by a shaft. A biasing means comprises a wheel carried by a shaft. Now this is the additional information that is supported, but this is the unique feature. This is not patented earlier. This is the total innovation. This is non-obvious invention. So now don't compare this with the total recent technology. Assume that in 1984, when there are no patent mouse available, that is the time this has been disclosed. That is the time it has come. You can easily make out that here in earlier patent claim, the claim starts here. From this point till the end, there is no full stop. It's a semicolon. That means this every claim is a single sentence. It ends at the end of the claim. There's a new start, so this will end here. All these are the independent and dependent claim. So this is interesting. We need to read 2-3 times to understand one by one feature. But it is important that when you go through the patent, you need to see the patent document. And if you want to develop your own invention, you feel that your invention is unique, then you need to do the proper search. When you do the proper search, you need to read the content. You need to understand the patent. You need to understand patent means you need to understand the invention in the disclosed in that patent. In short, you need to understand claim part of it. So because your claim has to be unique. So I have been telling this from long time back, and I have been every session I highlight that if you type any topic, any product, any information, any technology, you'll file multiple patents. It does not mean that they all are same, but they are related patents. So if you want to go to the exact patent, closer invention, then you have to keep on adding more number of terms, keywords, more type of related information. And then finally, you'll come across the closest invention which are related to your idea, to your patented subject matter. Then you select any 10 patents. Sometimes you'll feel that they are more or like same. Sometimes you'll find that they are exactly similar. But that is not true. They may be similar, but they are not same. So what is not same? Their invention is not same. Where the invention is mentioned in the form of claim. So read the claim and claim of the first patent, claim of the second patent, you should be able to find the difference. That difference is the invention. Then read the similar third patent, try to note down the difference. The difference is the invention. If you do this 10 times, sometimes you'll feel that your invention, your idea has been already covered. But at the same time, when you make a study, your brain start functioning and you try to get an idea that is something which is missing in the earlier published patent. And you get a new idea that can be incorporated further. So your plan A will change to plan B. Your first idea will die, but new idea will emerge. New idea will come out, and this new idea will become patentable. So this way we should do it. Now I'm going to highlight some the second and last case, that is, but afterwards I'll be showing you one example Facebook patent, but this I'll describe you. Mobile stun gun. I've shown you the product. So brief description of the drawing. In an exemplary embodiment of the invention, figure 1 represents protective casing of the cellular phone. In an exemplary embodiment of the invention, figure 2 represents the first stage of the electroshocking component. Figure 3 gives block diagram of the application. So this is something new style of writing. You need to write detailed description. Now, if I show you this patent, probably you may not be able to read from long distance because this is the patent filed by myself. I have copied it and I'll be showing you in detail so that you can read this. A combination of cellular phone having electroshocking device and remote alert system. Summary of invention, you should read always a day. And you should also develop after. Description of the drawing we just discussed now. Abstract is a short description of your patent. What exactly you want to claim. A cellular phone. Cellular, this is not cellular phone. This is a cellular phone based system. This is cellular phone based system with electroshocking component and remote alert matches capability comprising, this should be semicolon. This is the type information, semicolon, comprising. Now these are the elements. A protective case, first element. A plurality of prongs. Prongs are the element that comes out from this mobile device. Plurality means multiple ends, multiple points that comes out. Enclosed in a said protective case, which can be extended from a side wall of the said protective case. Okay, that little description I'll just avoid it. I am highlighting the components. C part, an electroshocking component. What is mentioned here is the extension part of it. Electroshocking component incorporated into the interior of the said protective case, because protective case is already mentioned here, said protective case. A protective case. First time it appears, we write a. Second time it appears, we write the or said. an electroshocking component incorporated into the interior of said protective case, wherein said plurality of the prongs are connected to the said electroshocking component with a plurality of the conductor, because there are multiple conductors there. Plurality means multiple conductors. Obviously, there has to be a switch to start on and off. So this is an activation switch mounted on the side wall of said protective case. First time it is happening. And so these are element and their description. Means in between is mentioned, means can be added separately or it can be along with the element. So this is the second is the dependent claim. The cellular phone based system as claimed in 1, wherein the said safety switch is used in combination of the said activation switch. Safety switch, activation switch. So there can be two switches. To activate said electroshocking component and thereby producing high voltage at one end of the said plurality of the prong. Plurality of the prongs, multiple plurality of the prongs I'll show you. This one. These are the prongs, multiple prongs. So here there are two switches, one to activate it and second to hit, because it will come out and it will hit. Third claim, the cellular phone based system of claim 1 as claim in 1 of claim 1, further comprising of a microcontroller system. So microcontroller system and an audio transducer alarms which is activated by the said switch is highlighted separately because these are very essential components and they get actually playing the major role in creating the alarm system and creating the shock. The cellular phone based claim 1, wherein the application retrieves location based information. Yes, this application retrieves location based information of the said cellular phone. Cellular phone is a device. The location of the device can be retrieved and transferred to the list of people. The list of the people has to be mentioned in your mobile. So it will give the information. So let's say you are holding this device and somebody attacks you, or you feel you are unsafe and you cannot, you are alone, you are unsafe, and somebody attacks you. That time you can use this device to give the shock. But at the same time, just by clicking the switch, this information will be retrieved and will be communicated to the or transmitted to the person which are mentioned in the list. Their mobile, it will ring to that person. So that person will get alerted. Now a method. This is a method. Method means methodology, procedure, step-by-step procedure for delivering electric shocks from electroshocking component comprising the steps of, I told you the format for methodology is ING1, attaching a protective case with electroshocking component. It's a method that electroshocking component is attached. It's a method depressing the safety switch, depressing the safety switch in order to establish or complete the circuit connection between the output, because the circuit has to be activated to generate the shock. We don't need to do it all 24 hours. So there has to be some switch, and switch mechanism will work. So there's a step-by-step procedure to be followed. This step-by-step procedure comes under methodology. Depressing an activation switch, thereby empowering the shocking prongs with high voltage produced from the electroshocking component. So that high voltage generated will go to the electroshocking component. So that procedure is mentioned. Now, this is not the only thing which is required to be done in methodology. It also includes retrieving the information of the device and send a message to the known person. So method for acquiring location and sending alert messages comprising the steps of, this is a method for what purpose is written, comprising the steps of activating both the safety switch and activation switch. So there has to be some methodology to activate it, which triggers the microcontroller present in conjunction. So once the switch is pressed, some connection will happen, some handshaking will happen, some transmission of data will happen, some interface will happen between the internal components. That is what is mentioned here. That triggers a microcontroller present in conjunction with the electroshocking component, which transmits a signal to the cellular phone, which will transmit it to the cellular phone. Cellular phone will transmit it to the other devices. Retrieving the current location of the cellular phone by the application. So there has to be some application, there has to be some procedure, there has to be some technology, a technical algorithm which will retrieve this information and will send a message containing the location of the phone and a message pre-stored by the user in the memory of the cellular phone. So these are the different steps which are involved. These steps has to be written in methodology because it is interesting, and I believe some interest has been created among you. I want to show you the last one, and that is Facebook. Invention of Facebook. When was that Facebook patent filed? January 17, 2012. Managing information about relationship in a social network. Information about relationship in a social network via a social timeline. Social timeline. Inventors. Aaron Sittig, Zuckerberg, both from US. Mark Zuckerberg. You can see this. You always enjoy when you see this. Now, this is a completely software approach. Software approach can be patented in USA. In India, we cannot patent it. So we always club with system along with software. So this is the block diagram. There are multiple users. This is a network, internet, and social network engine. And these users can interface over the network to this social network engine. There are multiple diagrams. And thereafter, there are multiple features developed. We'll not be able to read this. This is a very long pattern. So many diagrams are there. I'll just skip this part, but I want to show you the methodology. Numbering system. See, figure 6. This is a figure. This is a method flow graph. Receive data items and calendar dates associated with the data items for one or more relationship between two users. Number 602. This is 601. 604, 60. So they are given a step size of 2. 602, 604, 606. Everybody's style is different. 608, 6010, 6012. Figure 6 start from 600. Figure 7 will start from 700. Such different style. 702, 704, 706. Like this. Now this is the patent document. Background is mentioned. That is summary of invention is mentioned. In short, brief description of the drawing. There's so many diagrams. It's mentioned that figure 1 is a block diagram of exemplary environment. Figure 2 illustrate an exemplary social network engine. Figure 3 illustrate. Figure 4 illustrate. Figure 6 a flow diagram. Figure 7 is a flow diagram, and so on. So it is a detailed description. I want to end by showing the claim. There's a description going on. When the number is there, there's a description. What is claim is a computer implemented method. Computer implemented method comprising, semicolon, maintaining a computer system, a plurality of multiple relationship among users. One can have multiple relation with others. One can be friend with many people. Users in a social networking system, each relationship comprising a connection between at least two users of the social networking system. So definitely, to have a connection, there has to be two entities on the social networking system. For at least one relationship, receiving one or more relationship details from at least one or more. So this is very interesting to read multiple times. You have to read, and then you understand what is actually written. But I suggest you don't read all the claims in one day. Read it till you understand. Read it again, and then you actually, because we are using Facebook very frequently, then it has become very easy for us. A system comprising a processor. Definitely, your system cannot work without hardware. So it is clearly mentioned a system comprising processor. When processor is there, there has to be some information related to the system and the methodology. For example, the information that you upload for a video or audio, that information has to be stored somewhere. So you require storage medium. You display it on the screen. You require display system. This information, communication is highlighted here. Total, there are 21 claims. If number of claims are more than 10 in India, you have to pay extra fees. That's all from my side. I hope I covered all the points.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
I'm audible, sir.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, your session has been so very detailed that therefore the questions are very few also. The question would be, first question is asked by a MTech student. He asks that my MTech project is a startup and it's a web app development. So can I register my idea in advance? And if yes, then how and how would I get a financial support to complete?
Okay. See, the procedure for filing the patent will be covered in the next session. So you'll get this question solved. How to file the patent in India. Now, funding support. Before that, I just want to tell you that you should study extensively about the disclosed patent and research paper. If you want to file anything, it should not be disclosed in any form. So do the extensive patent search. Read the patent. Read the closest invention. Find out, download the patent. Read it. Note down. Make a table. What is the inventive step in that? And then you write down inventive step for yourself. Everybody think that my idea is a great idea. When they go to the website, download the patent, they think that their idea is already patented. But does not mean that you cannot file the new patent. You can definitely do that. We have been conducting workshop and telling the same thing to many people that every idea has a value. I never said that A idea is good and B idea is not. All ideas are strong. The only thing is you have to convert this into patentable subject matter and patentable idea. You have to stretch it in such a way that it has not been disclosed earlier. And new feature we'll have to find out. As far as funding is concerned, you can always go through the college authorities or you can apply to government for finding because there are many time it is announced in AICTE website that funding support is given for filing the patent. You can always write it to me and we can get this information whenever it is announced. I'll share with you. I'll be giving my email address at the end.
Sure, sure. Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you for your valuable insight on various technical aspects of patent filing and how to read the patent document and patent claim. Sir, you have conducted this session in a very simple and listed language and by giving apt example where they are necessary so that the concepts can be understood not only by the layman but by lawman also. Sir, we shall be remain indebted to you for accepting our request for this webinar and hoping for the further association with you in future. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Okay, I just saw the message that can you share the PPT? I'll be happy to share with you. I'll be giving it to Pratik. He will send it to you. No problem. I'll definitely share it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good day. Good day.
Bye bye.